Hello, welcome to Study Hall. A rather organic study hall. Brought to you by Fun University. Yep, that's us. Hello. Hello, Judy and Rachel and 5K. It's Tuesday again. It seems like it was a long Friday to Tuesday. Did you feel like that? I'm not sure why, but it seems like it was a long Friday to Tuesday. But we're here now, so good deal. It's we're gonna do matchbook cards tonight because we've had it a couple times on the wheel, and I want you guys to be totally prepared. You know what I should have done? Was look through the gallery again to get some more ideas, but we'll be okay. We'll be just fine. Yep. Because it's really not. It's a cool couple little cool things. I think you'll like. I organized all my cards and projects sometime this spring, and I found one little plastic bag of matchbook cards. So I pulled them out, and we are going to do it. Hello, Grandma Gay and Brenda. How are you guys? You guys, I'm so sorry you can't talk back to me. Let me do my I don't even think I'll do an intro, but well, maybe I should. Do I do that on Study Hall? I'm looking for some. Oh, you're having a hard time. Oh, Rachel, I didn't think you were having a hard time. Oh, you'll like this then. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. You just let a few people to pull in. It is freaking so hot and humid. Outside is like a sauna. So thankful. We have a bathroom issue on our half bath that needs to be redone, but it's going to require taking our furnace off its base. And so, you're fussy cutting as usual. And so, I was like, dude, we're not going to do this while it's hot because I want my air conditioner. My dogs need the air conditioner as much as I do. We're all kind of suburban. I'm pretty soft in my old age, but it's okay. All right. Hey, Karen, good morning. How are you today? Karen in the back row. Where's Jamie? Hey, Ashley, how are you? Those were some nice things you said, Ashley, about your Friday evening addiction. I liked it. All right, do I? Yep, okay. Well, let's be official. We'll just be official. I don't think I am ever official on here, am I? Do I just kind of start rolling into it, or do I do the intro? Heck, I don't remember. Let's skip the intro. I know who you all are. If you've never been to Fun University Study Hall before, this is it. It is just a very relaxed interaction, oftentimes inspired by Craft Roulette and what the spin was, and what I saw as a result of the spins. It's easy to pick up a couple things and just say, wow, you know what? Oh, you're chewing gum in the back row? Sometimes it's good to just pick up a couple ideas, and they're almost always old ideas, and they just haven't come into fashion since people have started recarding. And so, yeah, it's our Friday night addiction. I know, I've got it too. So, that's so sweet. Oh man, I know. Friday nights are good. I haven't missed too much. There was my husband's birthday where he played drums in a new band, and I did miss that. But other than that, I rather watch Mozart anyway. So it's okay. It's okay. I like symphonies and operas. So let's go back. Friday night was Matchbook was the parameter, and there are some outstanding ones on the craftroulette.live gallery for episode 73. You guys really you can see all sorts of ideas. Let's go down to paper and I'll show you what I made. I did not craft that night because I had so many guests and it just is too much to keep up with. So this is what I made, and it's a matchbook in essence, but I flipped it because someone, and I'm so sorry I can't think of right off who said, but they don't stand up. And I thought, well, yeah, we can figure out how to stand them up. So this is how I made mine stand up. I flipped it over, and you could do this the other way too, but I flipped it over just like so. Let's get some measurements on here. The whole base plus this little piece right here, which is about 1/2 of an inch. Now it's about 3/4 of an inch. So it's 3/4 of an inch plus 10 and a little bit. So it's about 11 inches starting. And then you fold at 3/4 because you've got to get your little flap here. Can you see where the little flap is? And then from that 3/4, we'll put that right there. And then, so you score it 3/4 at 5.5, and at 6, and at 6.5 for an 11-inch piece thing. Shall we do that so we can see how that works? And let's find something to work with. I'll just pull out. Nope, that's short. Never mind, I thought it was going to be long. For the patrons, you know, we'll just make kind of a skinny little one. Let me see, it's kind of skinny. For the patrons, we did do our podcast today on the review of the show 73, and you are welcome to enjoy that silliness. There wasn't too much to share, but a little bit I think you might find interesting. It's not too long. Looking for my scoreboard. There it is. Yeah, it's kind of cute. Wow, how it stands up, isn't it? Okay, let's see if we got those numbers right. Let's put this here so I can keep track. Okay, we're going to go 3/4 first. And that's going to be our flap. So we're going to go from there to, oops. But if I don't flap that over, okay, we're going to keep track this way. 3/4. And this one's 4 3/4 because, oops, it's not really, it's off. It's not going to matter. This is just going to be 1/2 inch in here, I think. 1/2 inch. And you know what? We can always trim. Okay, so I basically did 3/4, 5.5, 6, and 6.5. I think that's what I did on that. It's kind of a, it doesn't matter too much. You can make it work. It's not harder than, you know, you're just going to make a W fold right there. So the middle one goes up and the two outside ones go down. So it's going to be a really tall W. Hi, Mary Lynn, welcome. A really, really tall W. There we go. It doesn't look like that was cut quite straight, does it? Nope, that's okay. And so we just want to make sure that this piece will fit under that flap and have it stand up. So if you get it to stand up, sit, stay. Here we go. Fix it. So, oh yeah, you've got like 1/4 of an inch. You can't see that too well, but it is right there, the edge of it, and you've got a good 1/4 of an inch that goes up to that first fold. So you won't have any trouble. I won't have any trouble with tucking that thing and not having it stick. It's way under there, so it has plenty of plenty of lip to stick under, and then I can go ahead and adhere it somehow or other at the top. Sometimes I glue them, sometimes I just use double ATG and a little bit of glue. Sometimes I tie them if I poke some ribbons. Sometimes I staple them. So, or eyelets, you can do all those things. So whatever you want to do, you can do right up there. The only thing is it needs to, the little claspers up here have to be high away from this flap. You can't have that flap be longer and try to jam it in there, because if you try to jam it in there, it's not going to stand up straight. Of course, if you want it to lean, that's a great way to do it. But if you don't want it to lean, there's Jamie with her scones in the back. Oh, she's always eating scones in the back. So if you wanted to also, I'm sure you could do the W on this part. I wonder what that would be like. Let's try that. Let's just see what that would be like. I don't know. We'll live dangerously. Let's just see. I don't know if I have the brain power to have this happen tonight. Let's go 1/2 inch just for our flap. And then if we did a W, we would want to go 1/2. Let's do another 1/2. 1/2 back. That's not quite enough. Okay, one more. Is that enough for us? So if we have that, then down, then back up, you could have it stand up. And then this guy is going to go over. Okay, so let's just see how far he's going to go over. You know, another thing I was playing with is making one with a bump. So I don't know how, I didn't get very far. But then if it had a bulge, then you could have little things sticking out from underneath it. But there you go. So that's how you, there we go. Whoopsie, it's a little bit tipsy. Don't know what's gotten into it. But you could do that kind of fold at the bottom instead. Looks like it needs to. I may not have done a very good job. Let's see. Yeah, he doesn't want to stand up, does he? In which case is fine, because we can always, you know what we do at that point then, see where the problem is? Let's go ahead and put him right where we want him. Get him right in there. Oh, come on. And then just press it out. He was just a little bit off. Okay, buddy. To be continued. Okay, I'm going to let my brain think about that one. Here's another thing that you may want to know. Maybe not, but you may. Say this goes the other way. Man, this is an oldster. I say this just because it's going the other way, like it's going this way. It's a little 3x3 card, and you decide you want to make it a matchbook card. What to do. You've got the basics for a matchbook card. All you have to do is put a little flap at the bottom. So you can adapt any top folding card into a matchbook card quite simply, just by hooking this back part. You can glue it on, staple it on, come on darling, whatever on that you want, and then you will have that, just trim that front part and you'll have a little flap and you'll have a little matchbook. So if you have something that's, you go, oh, I need to put something in it, why would you want to do that, right? Why would you want to make a card into a matchbook card when you don't, as long as I can't hear your mushy mouth sounds, Karen, it's okay. And Jamie, it's okay if you chew gum. Just don't give me the mushy mouth sounds, because then I'll go ballistic. So anyway, but you can say that you want to have you have a cute little card, you want to add a little gift to it, and you can go ahead and just make it into a tiny little matchbook card. These are cute to keep, you know, maybe in your purse for a little present for somebody that you think you might run into. You could do business cards. If you do business cards, you could do stickers in here, just a little something in there, so that, I mean, these are so easy to make, that something that makes them remember you. So that's that. All right. So where was I? So this is the guy that was standing up with the reverse matchbook. And I don't think you probably have too many more questions about that, except that was just how you did it. And then I found this little flower die. Now that's kind of a cool thing. This little flower die, I just colored in. Now here's a way to color with Copics when you don't know what you're doing. These were just color Copics, and I just kind of scribbled in them and dabbled a little bit. And so it's real pretty though. I think the leaves turned out real pretty. And then I scribbled on this with the same greens on just a strip of paper, and then die cut it. Had a little bit of, well, I scribbled and then dabbled in some blue. That was from there. And then just, you know, let me show you. I'm trying to not, here we go. I'm trying to not do too much, I guess. Let's see, this is a different green, but we're good. You can use that old chisel tip. Give him some purpose in life, because oftentimes he doesn't get much action. And then I think I just kind of scribbled like, looks like Farsi or something, which I don't know a thing about. There's the big guy. There we go. This is the little die. I've had it for a long time, and I have hardly used the little guy. It was time for him to get some employment. But that way I didn't have to worry about paper. I had made my own. There's my weightlifting for the day. That's too big, Miss Mary. Come on, show me what you got. Or not. Oh, you must have had another little piece of something in there. There we go, finally. Okay, so then all these little guys had holes in them. That didn't look like much. And so I thought, well, we've got all this little orange going on here. So I pulled out the orange, Team Orange with the chisel. I hear you popping that gum. There was a girl who, I don't mind the popping, it's the mushy thing that drives me crazy. But there was a girl when I was taking my final in organic chemistry, and she popped her gum nonstop during the class, and I did ask her not to do it during the exam. And so then I just put that guy down, just like so. And she was very nice. She'd be old by now, too. We're old. I think chemistry is probably about the same, though. There we go. Then if you wanted to, you could, oh, you know what I did, though? I didn't do it that way. I did it this way. Hope that glue doesn't dry as fast as I think it will. Oh, hooray. So that's how I did that little look. It's kind of a good little look. It's the mushy thing. Yeah, it is. It's just that mushy thing. I won't even allow my husband to, he's super mushy mouth when he's chewing. He has to, oh, I don't know. Sometimes he always thinks, he seems to still think he can cure me of this, but I don't know. It's been a long time. Ooh, sand plum sounds good. Okay, so that's basically how I made that little guy. That's how I folded it. You just have to, and I did glue this, because I remember seeing the clips on it. So you don't want to glue your flap in there. Just let that set a minute. And I don't have any love for holding that, so I don't know how you would make mushy sounds on the wheel, you nut. Yeah, that's not a good idea, actually. No, not even at all. Okay, so we've got a couple pumpkins here. We could probably use these pumpkins. Something from my mask, right? We could probably put some pumpkins on here. Here's a little piece of paper. I don't know if that's going to work. No. Then I just die cut a hole in there and put that little girl, and I do have some squirrels. I don't know if I've colored them in yet, though. Oh, I do have a couple squirrels. We could do some squirrels. Fussy cutting with Grandma Gay, that's what I'm about. I decided to go ahead and make fill my files for just some coloring times. I have one of these little guys with coloring, a file for coloring. It's kind of nice. And Grandma Gay, are you a fast fussy cutter? Because I try to be real fast. I'm not going to do a great job on this little guy, but he's pretty cute. And these could be used for any number of little gifts too. Little candies, of course, always come to mind. If you have a special cookie recipe, you could always, like Ted Lasso, you could always put some little cookies in there. I don't know what we're going to do with colors though. Do I have anything in my bin? I might. Just a pile of these guys with some little squirrels on it. I think that might be kind of cute. Not sure what else to do. You could put little seeds in there if you're like pumpkin seeds. If you save your seeds from one year to the next, if they're nice and dry and clean, you can always add a few little seeds for somebody else for next year. I've got mine started. I think we'll put these guys over here. And one more thing. You know what's real popular, and I think Ashley has done this before, is to make kind of a halo-y thing. So it feels a little bit, oh yeah, I moved them. So it feels a little bit like a campfire. Nothing's hurt, but just a little bit of a halo. Let's try that. I've been wanting to try that, and this is the perfect place for it. Because you just never know what's going to happen on the wheel. You may not get that opportunity. And even if you get the opportunity, you may not remember to do it. So we'll go ahead and give it a whirl. So we'll do a little bit of a halo-y step type thing. I know Allie Cope is real good at this too. I'm not like saying I'm good at it because I'm a novice, but that's okay. Fussy cutting is relaxing. Okay, probably slow. Well, that's all right. So we'll have one little, wonder what happened to, there it is. So so here's my building of the distressed oxides. This has been my plan. Each season I have gotten a couple more. Where's the other one? Land of Goshen. I know there's another one. There it is. And so now I had these 3 for spring because I thought they were springy. I got these 3 for summer. Now I'm ready for 3 more for fall. I am now taking ideas on what you would suggest for my next 3 oxides. Okay, so there's that. Do I want something else around that? Maybe. Maybe, baby. Okay, now I'm kind of back in my groove. I was not in my groove. My daughter just, oh, well, I told Ashley about it. My daughter is this big-hearted woman, and she has been rehabilitating this cat, and she had to put it down today. So it's been a sad day. But kitty cat, she gave it almost a whole extra month of life, and it was a feral cat. And she got it to live in her basement. It's been quite the story. I mean, it's been quite the story. And we were there on this is the 17th of July, and I said, oh, I think it's going to be gone by morning. And so proved me wrong. So good for that. But anyway, it's been a bad day. So we're good here though. I'm starting to feel it. So here we go. This will be kind of weird with those flowers now. But I can put another row of flowers. This would be pretty with some stars too, but I don't suppose I'm going to have that done. We'll get the arch and then we'll add the color. Gotta go both ways. There we go. Maybe some you know, some of that. It is hard. Yeah. She tried so hard. She tried very, very hard. And the kitty had gotten responsive to them, and just yesterday was walking around the basement doing pretty well. But that's how it was not meant to be for a long time. It had cancer. She took it to the vet. Her dad went over and took her to the vet, and little girl had cancer. So you can't do much with a sick kitty when it's so far gone. But it had gained its weight back. It had been quite a success story. And definitely a success for the kitty. So, it was a little crippled kitty. And so, it's sadder and sadder, doesn't it? But it was a little crippled kitty, and his little front paw was bent. And we didn't know if it had been, it was a street cat. Didn't know if it had been from fights or fight club. We didn't know. Or just made that way. Fearfully and wonderfully made that way. And so he would not have done, she had not, see, Kerwin's a he. She would not have done well on her own. So she was safe and secure. There we go. There we go. That's going to be okay for a little base, isn't it? We're getting there. All right, so now just build up some pumpkins here. It's getting there that time. Okay, this guy can go down first. This guy can go down second. This guy's going to be the on top. I think so too, Ashley. I think the little kitty it came and got under her car. She had not seen it since the 4th of July, so. You suggest vintage photo and carved pumpkin. Okay. I was looking at the oranges today, and I was wondering about that carved pumpkin. Might add some more little buddies here. Look at him up there being so cute. Just cute little squirrel. We had raccoons. Oh my gosh. There's a family of raccoons that waddle across the driveway every week or couple weeks, I think. We've got a camera on the driveway, and so the darn thing goes off in the middle of the night. Click. And so I get up, of course, and look to see whatever it is. And it's those darn raccoons walking by and waddling around. They're just waddle ducks. But So there's a start. Now that looks real funky up there, but we can just, let's just give it a little color too. May have to strip that off. That looks dumb, doesn't it? Maybe it will look better if it gets a little brown on it. Let's just dirty it up. If nothing else, I can stick another piece of paper on it, right? Like I was saying, just add a little hinge to it. Hinge because of the tinge. I'm not sure this was the appropriate thing either, so I don't know, maybe some stars and some sticks. I think we need some sticks and some stars. I don't know where my stars are. Stars on bars. Really, I don't. But here, is that one? No. This little guy's kind of, oh, there's one. A couple of them right here. Let's just use these. Always good to find some. I should have, you know, I could have done these ahead of time. And then, well, what I'm thinking is not going to happen, I don't think. But if I had embossed those at this point and then did some black on top of it, you'd have those pretty blue things going on. And you'd see that and it'd be kind of pretty. Maybe, baby, I should think about that. We could do, where's my little, give this a good, powder its nose. Let's try it. What the heck, huh? Add it to the wheel. Add what to the wheel? Mushy sounds? No mushy sounds. Sorry, the host has to leave the wheel. Ashley will be substituting for Mary Gun Fun. It's Ashley. Let's do clear. Clear to dear. Maybe it won't go on the whole thing, but might. Oh, looks pretty good. Hey, nice deal. Okay, then we're gonna go ahead and heat that little guy up. I think this is gonna be kind of cute. I think that top thing's gonna have to be redone, but that's okay. Heat it up on the aluminum. And I like to kind of blow it under there, and then you can start to see when it's really hot. There it goes on top. So then you just can go right over and get it done lickety split. No fuss, no muss. Look how fast that is. Is this brilliant or not? I'm telling you. Okay. Yes, you too can make your own. Does anybody not know about this? If you do not know about this, I will be happy to tell you. Your art class teacher, Kelly, says hello. Well, hello, Kelly. If you don't know what this is, let me know and I'll explain it to you because it's great. I don't have any black soot, but I do have black, whatever. Now, do I have a black brush? I don't think I do. I have this all-purpose brush. Oh, but I do have this. Okay. I knew I did something. That should make these guys show blue in the black sky. Have to get it something to wipe it off the. So you can see those pretty stars. Look at there, they're coming through. Well, I don't know if there's, Ashley, if you have some tips on how to make these little halo things, let us know. But I think this one's turning out okay. Not fab, but okay. Wipe all the inky off for a quick one. I don't know what to do for my, maybe just a little stenciling, stick stenciling. Is there anything in the, oh, you know what? This, we'll just do something like this. It's right here. It's one stop stamping. I kind of like that. Did it. Get a little darker brown. Stamp off so it's not so stark. Just a little bit of texture. Not so much a big pattern there. Use that very tip. Oops, forgot to do that one. There. That's pretty good. It's kind of shaping up. Now this is a problem up here. This is my problem child, and I've already glued it down. So let's cut it off. I don't like it. You know what I have lost is my little trimmer. It must be on the floor somewhere. I don't know where. Okay, so that is now off. So here you go. You could have either a little bag, just a little bag, or we can flip something over. And I think we're gonna flip something over. Not sure what. Do I have any pretty orange? Team orange, or do we want just plain old black? Maybe just some plain old black. This is pretty black. Oh my goodness, that's almost too much. Well, that's going to cover up my stars. Oh, my stars. I've got some more of these little matchbooks to show you guys, so hang on. We'll just maybe have a little moment to decide this tonight before. I don't like the black. I don't like it. I don't like it, but maybe there is something else I can add up there. Some orange. Yep, I think I'll play in some of these colors and pull them up here. And that will probably be pretty good. I think I have in my bin here. I was going through my bin lately. I have just been ravaging it. It's just the nicest thing. I thought, well, there's this. Ooh, would that work? Almost work. Yeah, there's some playing around here. I'm just gonna horse around, but I think that's how you make it. So you just kind of make it like a little stand-up thing, but then you just have a little flap over it. So you just have to remember to cut that first flap, or score that first line, so that you have the flap, and then come down, do the long W, and then go back up, and have a little tuck. So, okay, you guys sit over there and be quiet. Chew that gum quietly. Brown, maybe, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what's gonna go up there. It might be, I may just remake some paper like this. And sometimes I use a circle mask. Yeah. Oh, if you want a defined edge, that's a good point. No, I kind of wanted the diffused look. Yeah. Oh, I don't know if it's perfect. Don't look too close. But I do like the stars. I do like the stars. And maybe I do a lot of choreography with my cards. A lot of yes, that's right, Grandma Gay. A lot of paper makeup going on here. That's Biddy Penny's husband's term for blending inks. Paper makeup. It's adorable. Okay, let me show you some of these cards that I have. These old matchbook cards. Okay, so we're talking about fall. And here we have hoo, hoo, boo. But you could make it boo, hoo, hoo. And it's just a matchbook card, and you open it up, and there are two eyes looking at you. Yes, don't be afraid. They are lifesavers, but they do look like eyes. And if you wanted to do a little owl shape behind there, it wouldn't be very hard, but you could do a little owl shape. Let's see. Let's see if we can fake it. It's not going to be a real owl kind of thing, but you could. Owls aren't that difficult. Just need a little bit of some pointy ears like Kerwin. There you go. So that's all you would really need for an owl shape under that if you wanted to make it more owlish. Of course, you wouldn't do blue marker on white, but you could, unless you are doing an Arctic owl, and then you could do an Arctic owl, but you could do that in some brown or some craft or something like that, and it would be kind of cute. So that is a little matchbook card. See how easily and it's just, these little guys are just stapled in to the base. So they're not going anywhere. You don't have to even use double-sided tape or glue dots or anything for them. They just are taped or stapled right into the flip flap or the flapper. There you go. So there's one cute idea. This one, it's the same kind of thing with, but with some paper, and there it has, oh yes. Oh dear, I do have bats in my belfry. But instead of just having the plain eyes, plain lifesavers, I stuck some black circles in there with a little bit of a highlight. Before I had my wonderful gel pen. And so those are hand cut. They're fussy cut, Grandma Gray. And so that's kind of cute too. It looks like somebody's looking at you. I think that's kind of cute. And I don't know if I ever had anything on the outside of this or not, but if you have some fallish paper, that would look cute. Yeah, great for craft fairs, teacher gift baskets. Yep, I think so too. I think it would be, it's just, these little candies are cheap, just like I am. So whenever I go to the post office, they start talking like $30 here or there. I go, no, let's go cheap. So there's those. Those are little too, and it doesn't matter what size you make. You can fit, your paper can determine the size of the matchbook, because unless you're dealing with an envelope, it doesn't really matter. Just take a longer than wider strip and then just fold it so that you have a flap, and then turn it over and you'll get your basic shape. If it's too long, you can just cut it off. If you want to make some if you want to, you could even make a little file of your favorite sizes to make. And then have just a little list that makes it really easy for you. Like this is 6 3/4, scored at 3/4, and at 4. So you score it 6 3/4, score it at 3/4, and at 4, and you've got a cute little thing. Like I don't know how Ashley decided what her little squares were, but they were cute. So yes, please. Oh, thank you so much. Do give us a thumbs up if you feel like you would like to. We'd love to have that. Here's another little thing you can stick in there. I made a lot of these for an office I used to work in, and those have that just has a little Ghirardelli square in it. So this little guy, that looks like a 1/2 inch. So it's 5.5 inches. And the deal on this is you need to make it a little fatter at the top. So let's figure out these numbers for you. I think I'll just use this. Is that 5.5? Yeah, it's more than 5.5. Okay. How wide is this guy? 2.5. Okay, it's 5.5 by 2.5. A mirror scoreboard. Yes, I make a lot of fancy fold cards just on scrap paper, and like this was a card or a stamp insert, And then I don't have to, and even copy paper, and then I don't have to worry about, I can write all over it, and it's just so easy. And then I have a file of them. So that way I don't, it's very easy. It's like my own Pinterest board, except analog. Very, very analog. Okay, so let's see where this is. This one, go 2.5. So you do a 2.5 and then a 2 3/4, so that you've got some width at the top. Because this guy's got some dimension. So there you go. And once again, he is just stapled right into the base. And so you would just do it right like that. And so that you have just a little bit of gap at the top. And you can put something in there. I have some other ideas of things to put in there too. But that's really cool for a little jelly. And it takes so little paper. You'll never use up all your paper by doing this. But that one's fun. Here's a longer one, and I don't know what the heck is going on up here. This is old. And 10 out of 14, that's great, Jamie Watts. Thank you. Yes, it does. It climbs that little number up a little bit more and a little bit more. You know, it's fine. But this one is a little bit bigger. It doesn't have any width or dimension at the top, but what it does is it has a ribbon, because inside it actually has a wee signature, some papers, a little book in here. So I think it's like, was supposed to be like a little, maybe a little picture or something and some talk about it, blabber talking. And but you can make a little junk journal inside a matchbook card. How fun is that? I mean, that one right there is worth the price of admission, which was free. And then you just can, I didn't even do the proper signature kind of thing, that brochure stitch or whatever. But you could also do it sideways. In case of point of case of quesadilla, is this little guy. This is a side folding matchbook card. And inside it, this is old, but I thought it was such a grand idea. Inside of it was a chart of Close to My Heart colors for an inventory sheet. It was something that we made for downline kind of things. But so if you had a paper and you had something special written on it, you could make a little one of those and then just stick it in there. Isn't that the cutest little idea? I love that too. That's a good one. So a little junk journal. I think this would be really fun. Especially if you don't really want to be a junk journalist. You can go ahead and be not even intermediate junk journalist, more like a novice junk journalist right there. And you won't even have to feel like, you won't even say, like when you're filling out forms, you won't even have you won't feel like writing, oh, I'm a junk journalist, because you're really not. Here's another one I don't think is anything in particular. Nope, it's not. But it's cute. Just a little cute thing. It has a little sign on there. Nothing special about that. Here's another Christmas one. Oh, this is one I was telling you about, that you can drop things down. Look at there. Look at there. Isn't that fun? Just, would you look at that? So it's real simple. This way you can make it as complicated as you want. And then the J is matted and is on the base. And then underneath, between the mat and the J part, is a ribbon that's going to be secured down real well. And it's the one that runs through there. So you do need to have a little bit of a mat on the back. Oh, look, I even stamped on the back. Holy smokes, that was fancy. And so I would suggest kind of short words at first, in case you don't want to do too much of it. That way you won't be right in the middle of supercalifragilistic and decide this is enough. Yes, you could keep crafting inventory charts in there. Yep, and you could keep it in your purse. Yes, you could. That's a good idea. So yep, just start small though, so you don't get stuck at supercalifrat. Yep, that's the one. But the reason that works so well, and I have one with spiders, but I don't know where it is. The reason that works so well is because of this little flap. If this was just an open card, nope, it would be flopping out all the time, just flopping out all the time. Here's another one. This was a simple little, this was just a card. I thought it was a matchbook, but it wasn't. It was just a simple folded card. So I added this on here today, so it would be a matchbook. I didn't have to tell you that, now did I? You would never have known. And there's another one of those same examples. This time, the ribbon is secured by a brad, and it's not hooked on, but it still has that, you hide the ribbon and sandwich it in between a mat and the whatever you want. But this would be cute for any number of reasons. I am planning on making one for my cousin's little girl's birthday with her name, which is only 4 letters, so I think I can get through it without getting sidetracked. But that's a cute idea too. And then this one is not quite, this is kind of like a matchbook card, sorta, but it's backwards. Because if I had just cut it off here and then just stuck this thing into it, then it would have been a matchbook card. But look, there's all these cute little strings. Isn't that bright and pretty? And then inside are a bunch of little envelopes with tea bags in it. This is another cute little thing for a gift. We weren't going to start doing gifts yet, but might as well get the jump on them all, right? And then the little strings just go through that little envelope that I made and ties. We can make that sometime. We'll leave that one out and make it. So, because it's kind of a cool little gift. So that one you have to have a little dimension too. These have been around so long that the sharp creases have all gotten soft, kind of like me. So very good. So if you have some old ribbon or some fibers or some twine or some yarn, this would be a really cute project. And you do want to have tea bags that have some kind of wrapping around them. So you wouldn't want to use the really nice ones that have not the nice ones. But we can figure, if you want to know about this one, let me know and we can make this too. Well, I think that should do us for tonight. We got some ideas going in your head. We do want to thank our patrons so much. Do go vote your veto, and ask those wonderful, wonderful questions. They were so good last week. We do thank each and every one of you. Couldn't do this nearly as easily without your support, because you know, it's just like knowing you're there too. It's just so special to us to know that it's something that we're doing, something that you like. So Craft Roulette and Fun University lives on. What else do we have? Later this week we have Thursday, we have Cards Plus, and we are going to do more easel cards, but we're going to do not extreme easel cards, but extraordinary easel cards. Oh, don't we have fun? It's just all fun and silly. I wonder how many matchbook cards I made tonight. Maybe I should do that and make it flashy so that when it goes on YouTube, it goes, oh my gosh, I've got to watch that. It's 5 incredible matchbook cards. Nah, I don't think so. So anyway, you want to learn how to make that? Alrighty. Thanks for letting me know about your ideas on the distress oxides. I will definitely look into that. I have already spent my budget this month. I got some re-inkers and a new scrapbook because I am a scrapbooker. And so I will put it on my list for next month. New inks. I think it'll be fun. I think fun is the word, spelled F-U-N-N. That's right. Thanks for spending time with me. We need it, girls. We need it. We need it. Don't have those fussy cutting scissors in your hands, though, Grandma Gay, when you do that. We don't want to hear about you sticking your sticking that sharp scissors in your ear. No, she was something about, can you imagine the insurance claim? She was kissing her brain and stuck a scissors in her ear. No, they'll never believe it. So don't do it. Right back at you. Do appreciate you. Have a wonderful night, and we will talk to you Thursday, if not before, in the group. All right. Have a good day, Karen. Mine's about done. All righty. Bye-bye.